All right, thanks, Larry. Those of you guys probably know for years and years and years, I got to call into Larry and Perry and Price on their show every morning, and I'd give them a surf report of what was happening at the Triple Crown and whether it was on or not. And Larry used to always bug me and say, well, how's the traffic look out on the North Shore? So it's always fun to do that. Unlike the other guys, I decided to write a speech because my wife and I just got back yesterday from a 3-week trip to Southeast Asia. And I flew for 21 hours to make sure I got here tonight, so bear with me on this one. Tonight, as I sit before you to be inducted into the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame as a contributor, and why is that? Because this award is for the contributions I made to the sport of surfing, Hawaii's gift to the world of sport. So this award is not so much about me, but it's rather about what I've done to honor the sport that has brought meaning to my life, which I in turn have tried to instill the excitement, the lifestyle, and yes, the stoke to countless others out there. And in doing so, it has helped to raise Hawaii to the forefront of all sports as a surfing capital of the world. I think it's great that there's all the bat, ball, and stick sports represented, but it is surfing that is truly uniquely Hawaiian. So for the selection committee to add Sonny and myself to the list of all those previous recipients and all the great sports people out here tonight is really an honor, and I think it recognizes the importance of what surfing represents as a sport of Hawaii. I'm humbled and I'm honored to receive this award as it represents basically the culmination of 55 years of my life. When I was 10 years old, I was pushed into my first wave by Waikiki legendary beach boy Rabbit Kekai. And by the way, Rabbit's still telling jokes up at Leahi Hospital at Diamond Head, so go visit him. But this experience launched me into a career that has shaped and spanned my entire life. As you saw in the video clip, I've traveled extensively in search of that perfect wave, and in doing so, has spread the message to others about Hawaii and what Hawaii has to offer to the rest of the world. The irony of all that is I've been looking for that perfect wave, and it's right in my own backyard. Along the way, there have been many who have helped shape my life and career, and I'd like to acknowledge a few of those, so bear with me on this. To the previous Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame recipients such as Buffalo Kealana, George Downing, Rel Sun, and my contemporary, Jerry Lopez, who have given me guidance and inspiration. You saw Jerry in the clip. Jerry and I grew up together in Neo Valley. And a little funny story about Jerry, he used to come out and it was a right and a left, and I used to make Jerry surf the left because we wanted to go right. So I think he became Mr. Pipeline because I made him go left in Neo Valley. I'd especially like to make note of Hawaii's first world surfing champion, Fred Hemmings. Fred had the vision to know what surfing represented for Hawaii. It's unbelievable that we have the Pro Bowl and we have the Sony Open and we have the marathon, of course, but surfing is what Hawaii's gift is to the world of sport, and Fred had the one that had the vision to do that. In 1971, Fred started the Pipeline Masters, which celebrates its 45th anniversary this year as the longest running pro contest in the world. So thanks for starting that, Fred. Fred and I teamed up together in 1976 to form International Professional Surfing, which was the predecessor to today's World Surf League. In 1983, we started the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing, which has grown into the most recognizable series of events of the world. And I'm proud to have awarded the likes of Sonny Garcia 6 Triple Crown champions, along with all the other great men and women surfers who have carried the Triple Crown title. I'd like to thank Vans, who for the past 18 years have supported and grown this series into what it is today, and a sponsor that gives that kind of support for 18 years really says a lot for their commitment to Hawaii. So thanks to the Vans crew for that. Really appreciate that. There are a number of individuals who helped support the Triple Crown along the way from the early days, guys like Bob Lundy and head judge Jack Shipley. But there's one individual who stood by me and sort of served as my wingman in the growth of all this, and for whom I actually share this award tonight. And I'd like you to acknowledge him for all he's done for the sport, and that's Bertie Baker. Of course, there's always been women in my life, and I wouldn't be here today if not for the unwavering support of Faith Wenzel. She doesn't like to be called this, but I like to refer to Faith as the godmother of Hawaii professional surfing. So Faith has made me and the Triple Crown look really good over all these years, and I also shared this award with you, Faith, because without you, we wouldn't be the major contributors to the sport that we have been, so thanks, Faith. And how can anyone in this business, and I think Jim will relate to this, not recognize the commitment that your wife has had to make to put up with all the stuff that we have to do to promote things, particularly surfing. Just ask Fred, he's had 4 wives. But I think my wife's email handle sort of says it all. Her email address is Surf Widow. So I'd like to thank my lovely wife, Jackie, for putting up with us. A special thanks to my Triple Crown staff who've been with all the years, Marty Thomas, Bertie Shimaru, Sean Wingate. These guys have all made it possible for Hawaii to really shine on the world stage. And speaking of the world stage, I want to express my gratitude to Paul Speaker, CEO of the World Surf League, who has the vision to take the World Surf League to the next level and legitimize pro surfing in the world of professional sports. In doing so, the World Surfing League is utilizing Hawaii and the Triple Crown as the canvas to give it that credibility. So thanks to Paul Speaker, from the CEO from World Surf League. And on that note, I'd like to announce that I actually will be stepping down this year as a regional director of the WSL and also as a director of the Triple Crown, and putting the torch to the next generation. Jody Wilmot, who you heard there, who has been working with me for over 17 years and for the past Triple Crowns, has really made it happen. She's been a visionary, she's extremely competent, and I'm really happy to say she'll be the first woman to take the lead as the managing director of the World Surfing League Hawaii region and as a Triple Crown. So thanks, Jody. So Jody will be taking the reins as we move into the next chapter of growth for pro surfing. I will continue to support and advise the WSL as well as the Triple Crown. And believe me, I'm not going to give it up that much. We'll make sure you guys keep it going. But the award tonight closes kind of one chapter of my career, and as I embark in the next, which will be to utilize my knowledge of all the people in surfing, the equipment the surfing represents, all the contests and organization and all the places I've been. And I'm going to utilize all that to go into the next chapter of my life, and you guys are going to see some fruits of that labor as we come into the next year. So to the governor for showing up, and as Larry says, it's not often that the governor recognizes how important something like the Sports Hall of Fame is, so thanks for coming, Governor. And I'd also like to thank the Triple Crown staff, the Vans crew, and everybody else here that represents all the sports for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. And I hope you, like myself, carry on and, as we say, enjoy the ride. Mahalo.